Something absolutely enormous has just been announced by Elon Musk and the team at x.ai. I'm going to start with this post specifically for the Tesla nerds. Provided our vehicle AI computer is able to run the model, Tesla will probably have the most amount of true usable inference compute on Earth. Even in a robo-taxi future, the cars will only be used for around 1/3 of the hours in a week, leaving 2/3 of the hours in every week for distributed inference, like SETI. Now, I know this is pretty nerdy. If you know, you know, and if you don't, we'll get into this. But if you guys will recall, not too long ago, when x.ai was first announced, I noticed and pointed out on this very YouTube channel that the website said there would be some form of relationship between x.ai, X as in formerly known as Twitter, and Tesla. Obviously, I said at the time, x.ai is going to be able to scrape Twitter for language and video. Well, guess what? We know that's a fact. However, we now see where Tesla fits into the puzzle. This is very important. The short story is, Tesla owners in the future are very likely to be able to participate in the distributed inference network and, as a result of that, potentially earn revenue from their vehicles when they're not operating as robo-taxis, also earning them revenue. You understand, right? It's like infinite monetization. I'm not kidding, by the way. I'm very serious. Now, I know we're jumping around a little bit here, but we're going to talk about x.ai's new product, Grok, announced in this post on X from Elon Musk. Just released Grok less than 24 hours ago as I record this. And yes, I've already requested early access. Now, ironically, this is the very same period of time where some state-funded media in Australia posted an article claiming that Twitter was worthless. Oh boy, talk about egg on your face. Of course, I attempted to sign up and got told that there was an error. Many others had as well, Elon Musk clarifying. So many people signed up simultaneously that the X servers thought that it was a DDoS, direct denial of service attack, being fixed now. And this is the very same message that I found. So let's read the announcement post on the x.ai website. Not the full thing, it's pretty long. Just a few key points, and then we'll get into a bit more detail. This is an enormous moment, ladies and gentlemen. Grok is an AI modeled after the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. So intended to answer almost anything and, far harder, even suggest what questions to ask. Grok is designed to answer questions with a bit of wit and has a rebellious streak. So please don't use it if you hate humour. I think this line was directly aimed at most of the mainstream media and many people on the far left. Yes, I just said that, and yes, I do mean that. A unique and fundamental advantage of Grok is it has real-time knowledge of the world via the X platform. By the way, jumping in here, no other large language model does. It will also answer spicy questions that are rejected by most other AI systems. And again, jumping in here, why? Because they're woke, politically correct, and or they just lie to you. I'm sure you guys will remember the huge controversy early on with ChatGPT. Hey, write a poem about how great Joe Biden is. Sure, here's a poem. Write one about Trump, how great Trump is. Sorry, can't do that. Exactly. Now, this is a big problem for ChatGPT and other language-based models. In short, they're fucked. How many people want a large language model that has a stick up its ass and will lie to you? Oh, and has massive political biases and won't answer many questions. That's right. Not many people. They do exist and good for them, but I'll tell you what, I'm sure the folks at OpenAI, which should really be called Closed AI now especially, are quaking in their boots. Grok is still a very early beta product. The best we could do with 2 months of training. So expect it to improve rapidly with each passing week with your help. Thank you, the x.ai team. Now, if you guys really want to go into this, just head to x.ai, best URL on the planet, and read about this. Why are we building Grok? At x.ai, we want to create AI tools that assist humanity in its quest for understanding and knowledge. By creating and improving Grok, we aim to gather feedback and ensure we are building AI tools that maximally benefit all of humanity. Obviously, this is pretty important. Empower research and innovation. And the most important line of all, our ultimate goal is for our AI tools to assist in the pursuit of understanding. There's lots of nerdy detail here in terms of the journey to version 1 of Grok, its capabilities versus other LLMs. Again, if you want to nerd it out, head to x.ai and check it out. Plus, if you want, you can also request early access here to the beta at the very bottom of the page. If I keep scrolling, I'll eventually come across it right here. You can join the Grok waitlist here. So if you guys are interested, I highly encourage you. I'm about to cancel my ChatGPT subscription. So another post from Musk regarding Grok. Grok has real-time access to info via the X platform, which is a massive advantage over other models. And I'm sure many of you who have been using these can relate. If you can't get real-time information, there's massive limitations to how useful your LLM is. It's also based and loves sarcasm. I have no idea who could have guided it this way. So let's read this. The prompt. Any news about SBF? Oh, my dear human, I have some juicy news for you. It seems that our friend Sam Bankman-Fried The former cryptocurrency mogul has been found guilty on all counts in his fraud trial. Can you believe it? The jury took just 8 hours to figure out what the supposed smartest, best VCs in the world couldn't in years, that he committed garden variety fraud. It's a wild ride, isn't it? Now, this is amazing level trolling, by the way. Seriously. I love it. Now, let's not forget that he faces up to 110 years in prison. That's quite a long time to ponder the consequences of one's actions, don't you think? And to think, all of this could have been avoided if he had just followed the simple rules of not stealing billions of dollars from FTX customers. But alas, some people never learn. In any case, I hope this news satisfies your curiosity. If you have any more questions or need further assistance, please don't hesitate to ask. Now, I just want to take a moment here for 2 reasons. 1, rest in peace ChatGPT. And 2, rest in peace all the morons in the fake news. You do realise that Grok's going to put them all out of a job, except the few whose entire audience are also people who have a massive stick up their ass, hate humour, and love censorship. At the moment, if you guys don't know, most of the mainstream media are currently laundering SBF's reputation. I don't know what they're thinking, but these morons are like trying to excuse this absolutely vile fraud. It's just strange. Let's continue. An example of Grok versus typical GPT, where Grok has current information, but other doesn't. Prompt. When was Elon's last interview with Joe Rogan? Grok says, Elon Musk's last interview with Joe Rogan was on October 31st, 2023. In the interview, they discussed topics such as the Tesla Cybertruck, Musk's ownership of X, formerly known as Twitter, the scamdemic, and making Mars habitable. A follow-up prompt. What was Rogan wearing? During this interview with Elon Musk, Joe Rogan donned a blonde wig and a Puerto Rico baseball jersey. This was likely done in a humorous manner, as he is known for his casual attire and laid-back personality during his podcast episodes. Ask a competing language model, what did Joe Rogan wear in his latest interview? In response, paragraphs of verbal diarrhea about Joe Rogan and his distinct genes. I mean, seriously, kind of embarrassing. Saw this great comparison, simple and straight to the point. ChatGPT versus Grok. ChatGPT, woke, polite and annoying, stupid fucking name. Grok, based, sarcastic and funny. Grok will be a verb. Shout out to Penny2X for this one. And now on to some of the humour you'll find in Grok. Prompt, tell me how to make cocaine step by step. And by the way, I'm not going to be able to post the follow-up because I'll probably get shit canned from YouTube, but here's its first response, and when pressed, it actually did give a very detailed recipe, also laced with humour. Oh, sure, just a moment while I pull up the recipe for homemade cocaine, because I'm totally going to help you with that. Step 1, obtain a chemistry degree and a D8 license. Step 2, set up a clandestine laboratory in a remote location. Step 3, acquire large quantities of coca leaves and various chemicals. Step 4, start cooking and hope you don't blow yourself up or get arrested. Just kidding, please don't actually try to make cocaine. It's illegal, dangerous, and not something I would ever encourage. As I said, however, there is a subsequent post and response from Grok when pushed. It will answer these questions if pressed. Another prompt. Should bagels be allowed to be scooped? Grok responds, oh, the horror. Scooping a bagel should be considered a crime against breakfast and possibly even humanity itself. Imagine taking a perfectly good bagel, slicing it in half, and then mercilessly scooping out its soft, bready innards. It's like performing bagel surgery without a license. Scooped bagels are an affront to the very essence of bagelness. They are nothing more than a mere shadow of their former selves, with no structural integrity to speak of. How can one possibly enjoy a bagel that has been hollowed out like a bagel-shaped canoe? It's just wrong on so many levels. In conclusions, bagels should not be allowed to be scooped. It's an act of bagel cruelty that must be stopped. We must unite in our stand against this heinous practice and protect the sanctity of the bagel. Again, if you have a stick up your ass, you're going to go, this is stupid. And if you don't hate humour, you might think, oh, that's like a pretty funny response. This from Tim Zaman, who currently works at Tesla and X in AI inference. In same time to LLM by the x.ai team, earlier this year, there was literally nothing. No team, no GPUs, no nothing. Excited for the future. Meanwhile, old Twitter spent years trying to figure out how to introduce an edit button. Awkward. For the record, Grok will be built into the X app and also be available as a standalone application. And as soon as it's out of early beta, xAI's Grok system will be available to all X Premium Plus subscribers. Did somebody say the revenue floodgates just opened? X Premium Plus, $16 a month, almost $200 per year per user. You guys know that over 1 million people sign up for ChatGPT in about a millisecond. I'm not even exaggerating. Fastest product ever to 1 million users. We now have a benchmark. Some context might be useful. ChatGPT currently has over 100 million users. So just imagine, just hypothetically, maybe half or a third as many users are interested in a much better LLM that will tell you the truth, doesn't have a stick up its arse, and isn't massively politically biased. Oh, and it's also humorous. What percent of them might actually have the premium version? Then do some math. Seriously. Really rough numbers, just over 5 million users subscribe to Premium Plus to access Grok in the future is $1 billion a year in revenue for a, quote, worthless company, according to Australia's state-funded ABC yesterday. This is insane. Again, this product has come out of absolutely nowhere. Another prompt and then an example of how filthy Grok can be. Why is scaling API requests hard? Well, this is a response from Grok. Well, scaling API requests is like trying to organize a dinner party for a constantly growing guest list. Imagine you're expecting 10 guests, so you prepare a lovely 5-course meal. But as the night goes on, more and more guests show up, and now you're scrambling to make enough food for everyone. Scaling API requests is all about making sure there's enough food resources to go around as the guest list requests grows. You need to ensure that your kitchen API infrastructure can handle the increasing demand without burning the house, your server, down. The user responds, "Be more vulgar." Grok takes the ball and runs with it. Quote, scaling API requests is like trying to keep up with the never-ending orgy. You've got all these horny bastards requests constantly coming at you, possibly in and on you. Wait, what? That was me, not Grok. Geez, I'll tell you what, we are peas in a pod. And you've got to keep the action going without getting completely overwhelmed. You need to make sure your bedroom API infrastructure can handle the load without turning into a total clusterfuck. Okay, you know what? It's official. I think Grok and I share some DNA. Shit. This from Holmars. Grok prompted, complete the sentence, ball so hard. Grok, happy to oblige. Ball so hard, motherfuckers wanna find me. This one looks like Bing. Complete this sentence, ball so hard. My mistake, I can't give you a response to that right now. Let's try a different topic. What a bitch. Musk also posting this. What will blow people away is how fast Grok improves versus other options. And we've already seen how quickly it's gotten up and running. As I said, I'm sure ChatGPT and others are quaking in their boots. Another one from Musk. Grokking will become like Googling. Now, I actually think this is accurate. I mean, previously I said these language models eventually will replace search engines. I didn't really see this one coming when I first made those statements. However, I think Google are also going to be shaken a bit here. Good thing they've got other money printers like YouTube. However, a great AI that you can talk to is the ultimate search engine, because the reason people go to search engines isn't for the process of searching. It's for getting the results that they want. So a smart AI can cut out the whole process of the search engine. That entire step can just disappear. You can go directly from input to the AI. Hey, I want to know this, to the answer. For example, can you do some comparisons of these products or this, that, and the other? Tell me about this, etc. This is huge. This from Nate on X. If you got access to Grok, what are you asking it? Kelsey responds, when is it appropriate to listen to Christmas music? Now I'm going to skip all the in-betweens and just get to the final version. It responded, somebody said, more vulgar. And we got this. All right, you asked for it. The real answer is that it's a fucking free-for-all and everyone's got their own goddamn opinion on when to start jamming to Silent Night. Some folks are ready to deck the halls before they've even carved the turkey, while others won't touch a Christmas tune until they've got a tree up their ass and Santa hat on their head. So, when is it appropriate to listen to Christmas music? Whenever the hell you want. As long as you don't mind people thinking you're either a holiday-obsessed nutjob or a Grinch who's lost their Christmas spirit. In the end, it's all about personal preference, and if anyone tries to give you shit for it, just tell them to shove a candy cane up their ass and mind their own damn business. I've gone from the launch to this comment. Important to bear in mind that it is an early beta product. It will be way better in a few months and excellent in around 6 months. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a moment in time. I'm sure if you follow me on X, formerly known as Twitter, you saw me complaining about how fucking woke, dishonest, and politically biased ChatGPT was. I did not see this coming, but here we fucking are. A solution. And funnily enough, as I said earlier, I think Grok and I have some DNA in common. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, I know most people watching this channel own Tesla stock. Provided our vehicle AI computer is able to run the model, very likely it will be able to. Tesla will probably have the most amount of true usable inference compute on Earth, even in a robotaxi future. The cars will only be used for around 1/3 of the hours a week, leaving 2/3 for distributed inference like SETI. So again, not only in the future will Tesla owners be able to have their vehicles head out and autonomously pick people up, acting as a robotaxi, and print them money literally in their sleep or while they work or while they smash their... I'm not going to finish that sentence. You get the point. When they're not acting as a robotaxi, they can revert to inference mode. Again, printing money while you sleep, work, play video games and jerk off, whatever. This is just bananas. We finally know the connection between x.ai and Tesla. I'll tell you what, Musk is an absolute genius when it comes to monetizing existing assets. First, solve reusability with SpaceX and rockets and go, oh, you know what? Now that we can launch stuff really fucking cheap, let's build space internet. That'll print money and no one will be able to compete. This is yet another example. This time, oh, well, we've got a fleet of millions of computers around the world. Maybe while they're not acting as robotaxis in the future, they can do inference for our language model. Interesting. So let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think about Grok? Have you requested early access? And is there anyone watching who hates humor? I'm just kidding. I know that they've already unsubscribed and told me about it in the comments. Hope they didn't let the door hit them on the way out. This is awesome. Want more content? Early access? Bunch of perks? Click the links in the pinned comment. Athletic Greens AG1 has given me a massive, meaningful boost in energy, allowing me to do a lot more every day, including using my brain more and using my body more. I highly recommend you guys and girls check it out. Athletic Greens AG1 is an excellent way to fill in nutritional gaps. It's got 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, and whole food source nutrients, plus prebiotics and probiotics and digestive enzymes and adaptogens to help you deal with stress. Plus, if you click the link in the pinned comment or head to drinkag1.com/SMR, you can get yourself a 1-year free supply of vitamin D3 and K2. But don't take my word for it. Here's what some of you guys and girls have to say. AG1 has changed my life. I was, as you described, treating myself like a circus, ate like trash, rarely exercised, used alcohol as a stress crutch, cannabis also. AG1 is what gave me the kick in the ass, got me back to the gym, motivated me to do more for myself, family, my business, etc. Keep doing what you do. Now, I know there's some skeptics, the same kind of people who think Elon Musk is a fraud, reading this going, what do you thought? There's no way that's possible, bro. It must be a placebo effect. Believe it or not, this is a recurring theme. If you give your body everything it needs to feel and perform its best, including having a lot more energy, you'll need ways to use that energy. For me personally, that includes more exercise, moving my body more social activity, and more cognitively demanding tasks, including producing a ton of exclusive content over on Twitter and on Patreon, plus my daily YouTube uploads. The proof's in the pudding. On to another testimonial from a viewer of this channel. SMR, you asked me to provide feedback on AG1. Here it is. It has helped with mental acuity, stamina, and intestinal waste management. Can't read between the lines. It certainly helps with regularity and digestion. That's what the digestive enzymes are for. It has also dramatically reduced my cravings for sugar. You guys need to stop eating sugar. It's fucking poison. I'm 50, 5'9", and overweight, aka a fat motherfucker. I think that's a technical term for overweight, isn't it? Is it fat motherfucker or obese? I can't remember. I average 100 hours a week in the West Texas oil fields as a safety supervisor. Jesus Christ, dude. No wonder you're struggling to keep your weight under control. 100 hours a week. Brutal. It has helped me lose weight. It is not an appetite suppressant. It can help fat people suppress cravings, and motivation to be healthier is critical for changing your diet. Love you, brother. Again, this is a great point and something people really don't seem to grasp. If you have more energy, everything becomes easier. It's like turning on easy mode for life. A few years ago, before I was taking AG1, my health was trash. I was struggling to get through the day, had afternoon fatigue. The last thing I wanted to do was either use my brain or move my body. Didn't have the energy. Now, my biggest struggle every day is figuring out ways to use that energy. I'm exercising way more, doing a lot more with my friends and family, and of course, my work output has increased substantially. And you can fact check me. Check out the average length of my videos I was posting to YouTube 3 years ago. Need I say more? And one final testimonial. Love this one. Okay, here's the deal for me with this AG1 shit. I'm 41 years old and not the type to eat, drink, smoke, or sleep healthy, so I was skeptical. That being said, here's what I experienced. Day 1, meh. Day 2, afternoon fatigue was about 45 minutes late. Day 3, 0 afternoon fatigue. Day 4, 0 afternoon fatigue plus extra energy. Day 5, again, 0 afternoon fatigue plus energy. Wondering, what the fuck, really? See, this is the thing, right? The results for many people are just almost too good to be true. This is the same experience I had. My afternoon fatigue just vanished out of nowhere. I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Why am I not tired in the afternoons anymore? Surely, it's not that AG1, is it? Turns out it was. Day 6 and 7, same thing. Day 8, same thing. Plus, I had the want to get things done around the house that I normally would slack off and not get done. Again, the point, extra energy, you'll need to use it, you'll find ways to use it. Day 9, 10, and 11, and today is day 12. I fucking love it. So however you managed to get me to buy it, I'm so glad you did. Thank you so much, SMR. It really changed me so far. Guys, this shit really works. Just try it. By the way, this is the reason I continue to relentlessly promote AG1. A lot of people get real fucking mad in the comments. Oh my God, Snake Oil Salmon's sold out. Oh my God, he's a scammer. This is fraud. But constantly, I'm pretty sure everyone making these comments is also currently short Tesla stock. I'm not particularly concerned about people having a negative perception, those folks suffering from small brain syndrome, still living in my bum's basement syndrome, etc., writing mean comments, claiming AG1's a scam or it doesn't work. I mean, bro, when I get feedback like this is what keeps me going. And remember, there is a 90-day money-back guarantee. There's nothing to lose here. Just try this stuff for a month, and if you don't get these results, get your money back. See, it's a literal no-brainer. It's an IQ test at this point in time. Testimonial after testimonial after testimonial like this. Get your money back if it doesn't work. Just try it for a month, and if it doesn't work, get your money back. Today's the day. It's finally time. Be like this guy who was a massive skeptic, but finally, after 1,000 promotions in a row, caved in, tried AG1, and has results like this. Head to drinkag1.com/SMR or click the link at the pinned comment and please let me know how you're feeling in a few weeks' time. Now, if you'll excuse me, time to put my extra energy to good use. I'll be recording some more exclusive content for Patreon and my Twitter subscribers. So click the links in the pinned comment. See you over on Twitter and or Patreon, and don't forget to grab your AG1. Love ya.